Everyone, this is Chris Marty from Marty Party Travel, where me and my family take you all around the world and show you some of the best ways to travel, best ways to save money, and all the amazing things that we have to offer to you as far as our knowledge and travel experience goes. So we are back. So far on the channel, we've only really posted about stuff in Kalahari and Round Rock, Texas, and so we figured this fourth video would be an extension of that. I didn't expect to do another one of these. We already posted our 2023 update. Check the link out here if you want to see more of like a resort style overview in that video where we cover a lot of the amenities and things that exist at the Kalahari Resort in Round Rock. We talk a lot about like what's up there, what are the different restaurants and different places and amenities that the resort has to offer. And we also talked about some of the early year updates. That video was filmed back in February of this year and posted, I believe, back in March, April. So it was pretty current. What surprised us is we actually just went for the 4th of July, and there are already, since that small time, 4 or 5 months difference, so many new updates and so many changes. Of course, one of the biggest changes that we're gonna highlight in this video is the opening of the outdoor expansion. That was one of the highlights of our last video. We talked about it coming down the pipeline, being ready to open for summer, and they actually finished it early, opened it early, and it was basically fully open when we went here for the 4th of July, and we're gonna cover that in this video, all the new amazing amenities that they have to offer. It was great, we loved it, and we're gonna jump into that. In addition to the outdoor expansion, there were some significant other changes at the resort that we're gonna highlight in this video as well, and jump right in. Number one, in the arcade, they have a brand new ride. If you've been to Fiesta Texas in San Antonio, you're familiar with the Joker. It's a giant pendulum, swings left to right. This one is a smaller pendulum, not as giant because it's inside in tomfooleries, but it actually not only spins back and forth and spins around, but actually features full inversions. So we've got some footage of that here. It was pretty crazy. We did not ride it. For those who are paranoid about arcade rides, good news is not only does it have an over-the-shoulder harness restraint, but it also features seat belts, so you will be nice and snug in there and you are not going anywhere. In addition to the arcade, what surprised me is that they've actually opened 3 new mini escape rooms, and I thought that this was super cool. So if you've been before, you know, they've got the Wild West escape room on the left, they've got the Space escape room on the right, and the space in between those rooms, they opened 3 brand new mini escape rooms. They've got the familiar scanners where you can scan your Kalahari points, the Tomfoolery arcade credits on the scanners. No reservations are needed. The only requirement is that the room is currently empty and you're able to scan and head in there. These are single rooms. They're small, you know, they're legit single rooms, not like the big, again, rooms that we were just talking about, but they are still pretty good. We didn't go in there, but I talked to a couple people walking around and they said that they're pretty challenging. Outside of the rooms, they've got the number of attempts that each room takes. One of them is 1 attempt, another is 3 attempts on average, and another is 4. So they do have something that's pretty challenging there, even though it's in a single room environment. We didn't have an opportunity to go in there just due to our tight timetable on our last trip, but we'll definitely feature these on another video. Going into the indoor water park. So this is one change that definitely is probably not going to be too popular if you're somebody that's been going to Kalahari for a while. So inside the Zulu Grill, which is the water park quick service or fast food restaurant, if you will, they have moved the Icee machines behind the counter. So since Kalahari is open, you were able to purchase the cups, the little coconut and the elephant cups that they had, the reusable cups, and you had free refills for your entire stay. And so you used to be able to just walk into the Zulu Grill, crack open your cup and fill it with soda or Icees, and those were all in the customer side of the restaurant. So now that has changed, and they are now behind the desk where the staff works, and you have to get a staff member to refill your Icee cup. In addition to that, refills are no longer included for Icees. So there's a bunch of changes actually. So the coconut and the elephant cups, number one, do offer free refills for the day of, but now they offer discounted refills in the future. So now you are expected to pay for refills when you come back, and they will kind of reactivate the cup, if you will, for your stay. They have now introduced a brand new cup. It's a plastic cup. It's got a black kind of header, and then it's plastic throughout it. It was pretty sturdy, and it says it's dishwasher safe, so it looks like it's something that is going to be reusable. But that is a new cup that they sell. If you've ever been to Universal Studios in Orlando, you might be familiar with this. They give you a per cup discount. 1 cup was $16.99, 2 cups was like $13.99, and then 3 cups or more was $11 a cup. And so with those black cups, Icees are not included, and it was supposed to be free refills all day for your stay. For your day, not for your stay. So per day, and they were expecting you to buy one of those new black cups every single day if you wanted additional drinks. So definitely not a popular change, but I probably get it. They have not changed the cup design at Kalahari since they've opened. And so people, especially if you're close to the area like we are, we're probably going back over and over again with the same cups that they had bought quite a while ago and not paying for beverages. So this is one way that they're cutting down on that. The soda machines are still out in the restaurant, so of course there wasn't anyone policing that, and we kind of saw people just going up and filling whatever with those. So those were still left out in the customer area, but the Icees are on lockdown. And in addition to that, it does not appear that anyone is giving free Icee refills, any of the cups. We did not get any, so I don't know for sure, but I know for a fact they said that the new black cups that I'm talking about do not include Icee refills. So I know for a fact that that doesn't work. So if you've been going to Kalahari in Round Rock since they opened, y'all might remember that they had the giant 42-ounce cups that TABC shut down. If you didn't know about this, these were these giant drink cups. They had 6 shots of alcohol in them, and TABC said, absolutely not, you cannot sell those. Well, Kalahari has brought them back, but not in the way that you would wish. They're not selling alcohol in them, but they have so many boxes of inventory that they are going through them as smoothie cups and also refillable soda cups. So I actually was chuckling when I walked by and saw them for sale. You can get the giant purple and the other color, orange or whatever it is, purple cup at the bottom where you're able to get your smoothie and soda. So we thought that that was pretty neat there, and a little bit of a callback to when they first opened before TABC shut them down. And so probably the second biggest change at the resort that we were shocked to see when we walked in, because there was no signs that this was coming down the pipeline when we were there back in February, is when you're walking to Tomfooleries, as you remember if you've been before, on the left side, right before you get to the upper deck of Tomfooleries where the escape rooms are, you had the crafting center where they had the ceramics and the painting and everything, and then you had kind of Kalahari's version of Build-A-Bear, like the stuffed animal center, and then you had their little gift shop up there where they sold a bunch of kids' toys and different things there. So now they have opened actually a real Build-A-Bear, a flagship officially branded and licensed Build-A-Bear at Kalahari. We were completely shocked when we walked by and saw that. That was something that, again, didn't show any signs that they were going to do this. So I poked my head in just to check it out, and it's a flagship store. It's got a ton of different options of stuffed friends and animals that you guys can get. They've got all the outfits that they sell at your traditional Build-A-Bear locations, in addition to some Kalahari exclusive outfits. So if you're a Build-A-Bear collector, you definitely want to check this store out, as they have some exclusive beach-themed Kalahari merch there for your stuffed animal friends, and it was really, really neat. Hey y'all, this is Chris from Marty Party Travel. If you feel like I know a lot about the destinations that me and my family have taken you on through our channel, I know even more about Texas real estate. If you're looking to buy or sell a home anywhere in the great state of Texas, please reach out to me. We want to help you save thousands of dollars while doing it, and I'd be happy to answer all of your questions. And if I can't help you, redirect you to someone who can and save you a lot of money while doing it. Now let's get back to this amazing video. All right, and so now for the main part of the video, the moment you've all been waiting for, the outdoor 2023 expansion here at the Kalahari Round Rock Resort. So to jump into the outside, we didn't cover it in our last video, so let's start by covering what was there originally, so you know what kind of existed outside, and then what's new. So the resort pools are located behind the water park, and the resort pools are not sold as day passes, meaning that you actually have to be staying at the resort to access these pools. So even though you have the new expansion, anyone who's getting a day pass to the indoor water park technically is not supposed to head outside and access these areas. So when you enter from behind the resort on the first floor. So if you're in the lobby, that's the second floor technically. You have to head downstairs to where the buffet is and the gym, and you walk right back outside, and that's where the outdoor resort pools are. It's fully gated, so there's only one main access point right where I told you to walk out. You'll see the big gates, and they open. The hours when we were there for summer were 10:30 a.m. to 7 p.m., so pretty good hours. A lot of sunlight, a lot of daylight open there. And when you walk in through the doors, they have a little mini gift shop. They're selling the waterproof phone cases. They had a snow cone machine right there, and just some of your basic water park necessities, swim diapers, swim shoes, anything that you might need. Right when you leave that building, you'll see the DJ hut. It was amazing. They had this really cool foam cannon that the kids loved. Every couple hours, the DJ would turn this thing on, and they would blast the white bubble foam all over. It turned the whole area into this big, amazing bubble party, if you will. So right past the DJ booth, you come up to the first resort pool. That was already there. So it has some cabanas that are flanking it, which are really neat. It's got these ledge lounger style setup chairs in the pool as well. And that's your typical resort style pool. It's really nice. And it has the swim up bar, the Zanzibar. It's got those floating kind of rope and buoy system to have like a portion of that pool, that resort pool that is adults only. Adults can swim out of the buoy, swim up to the Zanzibar, and get your drink on while you're in the pool. And it is roped off so that you don't have children that are heading up to the bar, giving you kind of that separation. And they do have the day cabanas there that you can rent that flank that resort pool. That was already there, and the Zanzibar is already still there as well. If you don't head to that pool, but you head right, you actually enter the second pool, resort style as well, but it has basketball hoops similar to the indoor basketball section as well, so you can get your shot on out there. And again, lots of lounge chairs all around that pool. And what's also neat is that if you're over there, we're by the Cinco Niños, the Mexican restaurant that is featured at the resort. We've eaten there many a time on the inside, but I had never seen the outdoor bar. That was open when we were there. And at the time of this video, the new bar had not had draft beer yet. So that was one of the only places outdoors that you could get some draft beer. And they have your full Mexican bar, just finish out lots of tequila, lots of great cocktails, and again, great Mexican draft beers. Highly recommend. And that was by the basketball outdoor pool. And so the new expansion, which if you didn't know, is 9 brand new slides and this new little kid splash area featuring different swings and different kind of cool amenities there, little splash pads and some different bubblers there. All of that just opened behind everything that we were talking about. So you have to walk behind the main resort style pool. You can't miss it because it's actually on an elevated platform and they have a mural that's showing you the new kind of cove area. In addition to that, the new wave action lazy river is just to the left of that section. So you kind of head from the resort back towards the left to see the new area. So starting with the kids cove, like I mentioned, they have this brand new, amazing 9 slides, all different heights. Definitely nothing compared to the top level of stuff on the indoor water park. These are more tapped out for your, if I had to guess age, 10 and under audiences are probably who are going to get the most enjoyment of this. So you've got 9 different slides, you've got 2 lower levels of slides, and then you've got the upper level out there. And when I say upper level, again, my daughter's age, she had a great time on the upper level. It's not anything like what's on the indoor water park. So these are very, very mild-mannered slides, but they were cool. Adults are not allowed on the bulk of those slides. That's definitely a change from the indoor water park. These are designed for kids and only supposed to be ridden by the kids. The only slides that adults were able to go on is they have some of those flat side-by-side slides where you were able to go down at the same time with a child, but you cannot go by yourself. All adults must have a child accompanying them on those side-by-side slides, and then you're able to go down together and splash into the bottom. 7, 8, 9, 10, obviously 6 and under, great ages. They're gonna have a great time. So that's the big bulk of the expansion there. For adults, the main thing in your older kids was the wave action lazy river. It's super fun. And so the way this thing works is it's got tubes in it, and it is a lazy river, but it's a wave action lazy river. So they have a wave machine similar to the wave machine inside the main water park. And what's neat about this one is it's not always on. So we timed it, and it's actually when everything's fully up and running, they have it on every 2 laps. So what I mean by that is that you can go around when the waves are on 2 laps, and the waves will be on both rotations. When you pass the wave machine, they'll be on for 2 full laps. And then you'll have 2 full laps with nothing, where the wave machine's off and you're going around again. And then you'll have, after that, you'll have 2 more laps where it's on, right? So every 2 laps, it's either on, every 2 laps, it's either off. And the waves aren't huge. By no means are people falling out of their tube. If you've been to Schlitterbahn and you Braunfels, they're not anywhere near as big as the ones in the Wave Lazy River there. But it was very, very enjoyable. People had a lot of fun, and it just adds a cool, neat context to it. Definitely a great time, and we highly recommend. So the last thing that they did outdoors for the big expansion is the adults-only section. So the adults-only section is elevated. There's both an elevated upper deck with tables and chairs where you must be 21 and older to sit at those tables and chairs, and they're fully shaded as well. And then there is a swim-up bar that is, again, in that same elevated area. So it sits above the lazy river, looking out to the back of the property, which is pretty neat. That's just kind of a viewpoint that you haven't had before. And the water in that adult swim-up bar when we went was not heated. So it had jets like a hot tub, but it was not heated. So it was very refreshing. Even though you were outside, you weren't melting in a hot tub. and it was a full swim-up bar. Again, they had just opened, so the draft beer wasn't ready yet, but they've got the margarita machines and the mixed drink machines like the indoor cracked coconut does, and they've got their tap set up for the draft beer, and they had all your choices for liquor ready to go right there at that swim-up bar. So really, really convenient. If you're traveling with young ones, definitely bring someone that can watch them so that you can enjoy this space. This bar also features a land side, if you will, right? So it's the lower level is a walk-up bar. It's called the Thirsty Turtle is what this whole section is called. And it has a walk-up bar over there where if you are not in a 21 and older group, right, and you just want to walk up, like if your kids are with you and you just want to walk up and get a drink, you can walk up to the walk-up section, get what you need. They still have access to the full offerings of the bar. And it was really nice, really convenient. And what's really cool about this section, it wasn't open when we went, but they're building a brand new outhouse that has restrooms there right by this section. And those hopefully will be open within the next 30 days, they said. Construction was pretty far along when we were there. Now, the best part about all of this is before, when you all went, you may have noticed that there was no way to go between the indoor water park and the resort pool. They have fixed that. And again, maybe they did open this earlier and I'm wrong, but it is fully open now. You can walk between the indoor water park and the resort pools by this path that they've built between the expansion and the in the indoor water park. You'll come in by the grotto. So if you're familiar with the indoor water park where the grotto is and the outdoor grotto pool, when you come out those double doors, you now have access that's open on the left side where there was a gate previously, and you're able to walk directly to the outdoor resort pool. So this is really convenient if you're a resort guest to be able to hop back and forth without having to go into the resort and be cold and be wet and be walking through the hallways. You're able to go in and out, and we did that. We would set up camp kind of outside, get our stuff there, and then when we were a little hot, we'd pick up our stuff, head indoors, and move all of our stuff to an indoor seating location. All in all, I think this expansion's a great success. There's a ton of new cabanas that are here as well. They weren't fully set up when we were there, but we did rent one for 4th of July. We'll cover that 4th of July event in another video. And it was nice. It was really hot outside, so having that fan and that quiet space with our relaxing furniture was really, really good. Highly recommend. I thought it was great. There's no paid promotion in this video. We paid full price for everything, for our cabana, to go to the resort. Everything that we did was of our own dollars, so I can definitely say that we had a great time, and it was definitely worth it. The outdoor expansion was nice. We had never done any of the outdoor stuff, so we had a great time and definitely felt like there was plenty to do. And with that new walkway, if we ever felt like it was too hot or we'd been outside for too long, really easy to go inside, cool down, and get food. Food would be probably my only critique. The food truck, if that's not for you, there's not much out there. They were grilling for the 4th of July when we were there. I don't know if that's a permanent fixture or not, but they were grilling some hot dogs and burgers and chicken at this barbecue. And that was really nice, so that was what I kind of ate. But in general, if that's not there, food is light outside, so you pretty much have to head inside to the Zulu Grill or back into the resort if you need food, and the food truck is not it. Hopefully this video has been helpful to you. As always, please comment below with any questions. If you have any comments or you want some tips or anything, feel free to comment below, and I'll be happy to respond to you to make sure that you have the best experience at the Round Rock Resort in Austin. So as always, my name is Chris Marty from Marty Party Travel, and we will catch you next time.